The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, my scene. You know what
Okay, I'm not even gonna do my usual intro because this isn't like a normal video of mine, but just to let y'all know, if I seem very, very irritable at the moment, it's because I have had a headache since around 6 p.m. yesterday. It is currently 1 p.m. now. It still hurts. It hurts significantly more. And I'm supposed to go out tonight. That being said, there was another video that I was supposed to get done tonight before I went out, but because I have just not been feeling well, it's not gonna be done. But this is something that I want to discuss and get off my chest because I already previously spoken about how the Love Island fandom has issues with Misogynoir. And if you're not familiar with my channel, you know that I talk about fandom nonsense all the time. So I did address the Misogynoir issue with the fans of this series, but I have come to the conclusion this week, because of numerous things that have happened, that the Love Island USA fandom might actually be worse than the My Little Pony fandom. It is that bad. I am writing an article right now about it for my blog. I'm just kind of doing everything that I can right now to get work done. Even though my head hurts, I know I'm a workaholic. It's unhealthy, but I don't know. I just don't like feeling like I have to lay down and just not be able to do anything. But I am going to discuss what I wrote in that piece, because there have been plenty of people stating that they don't want to watch Love Island at all anymore because of the fans, and that is the same thing that happened with My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. I am one of those people that did not start watching My Little Pony Friendship is Magic until recently, because for so long the fans of that show turned me off from it completely. But I have my reasonings for why I think the Love Island fandom is just getting to My Little Pony fandom level of bad, and it might actually be significantly worse, because the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic series tends to really appeal to people that are really into cartoons and animation overall, and Love Island has a different kind of vibe when it comes to its fan base. A lot of those people are more into more mainstream things, as Love Island is a more mainstream series than My Little Pony. And some of this shit, it's like the same problems but different fonts. Fandoms are always going to have similar issues. What's bothering me so much about this Love Island fandom is because, first of all, I don't think anyone under the age of 18 needs to be here at all. No one under 18 needs to be here, and I will talk about that a little bit later. So the first thing I want to talk about, where I was just like, why I just think this fandom is just insane. Recently, there was news about Kenny and Janae breaking up. They have separated, they have parted ways, they are no longer together. And people were having all sorts of theories on what could have happened, which also is another problem. Like I talked about in my video where I was talking about how the fandom has issues with misogynoir. This fandom also has a really bad problem of headcanoning. The Love Island fandom tends to think that these cast members are fictional characters sometimes and not real people, therefore projecting and headcanoning onto them. But they were all over here making so many assumptions like, oh, I think Kenny cheated on Janae. I think Kenny has a secret family. I think Kenny did this, da 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 da, which, like I said, I felt like that was very inappropriate, but Janae did come public and say, hey, it wasn't cheating. Like the things you guys are saying, it wasn't any of that. He did something that was very disgusting. And it turns out that this disgusting thing was he was saying racist shit about her behind her back. But before it was revealed that Kenny was being racist towards Janae with his friends or just whoever the fuck he was talking to on the phone, people were assuming that this disgusting thing that Kenny did was him being gay. Like that, everybody was like, oh, he's probably gay. He's probably DL. And you cishet women that do this shit piss me off so bad. Like, I'm actually really tired of it. I made an entire video about this weeks ago, like during Pride Month, the last day of Pride Month to be specific, where I was talking about You're So Gay by Katy Perry and how the main issue with that song is that she acts as though being gay is a terrible thing. Like, a man being gay is a horrible thing. Literally, there is nothing disgusting about being gay. So it's very concerning that when Janae said he did something disgusting, that is the first thing that y'all thought of. There are numerous horrible, disgusting things that men actually do, and being gay isn't one of them, because there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I just felt as though people were just throwing homophobia out here for no reason. Like, you can dislike Kenny all you want. I don't like Kenny because of the misogynoir that he has exhibited. But also at the same time, I don't have to sit here and fucking lie and make up shit about his sexuality simply because I don't like him. You just don't do that to people. Like, I don't like Tyler Perry as much as the next person, but am I gonna sit here and try to make jokes about his sexuality? Absolutely not, because you don't do that. Like I said, this rise of homophobia towards men on the internet really annoys the shit out of me. The next thing I want to talk about that recently happened with the Love Island fandom is Amaya Papaya. Whew, okay. I have spoken up numerous times about how Latino people be anti-black and colorist as hell on this channel, and people got mad at me for bringing that up, and I was like, I'm a black woman, I feel like I can state my opinion on that. But as we know, Amaya Papaya, she is the winner of Love Island Season 7, and news has come out that she had a racist past. I find it so weird when a lot of people, like even just lighter skinned black people in general, had like a colorist phase and things like that, which our community has a colorism problem. So honestly, it's disappointing, but it's not surprising because a lot of people grow up having those negative ideologies about darker skinned people. But she was posting very colorist things about black people. She was also saying, I couldn't bring a black man home specifically. And it was very concerning. It was raising eyebrows. And then she was also liking questionable posts by very, very questionable political figures. And people were just like, okay, this is concerning. Like, has she changed? Has she done the work to change? And I said something about that because Amaya fans seem to be invalidating black people's feelings about what she did because of how long ago it happened. And while, yeah, it did happen a long time ago, and I'm one of those people that thinks people can change, it is not up for y'all to decide if black women and just black people in general feel uncomfortable by Amaya's previous actions. Like, that is not up for you to decide. It is not up for you to tell them to forgive her for what she did. People have every right to be uncomfortable with that. Like, if Amaya did the work to become a better person, good for her. But change is meant for her. It's not meant for the people that she hurt to feel better. Like, I don't like it when people do that. The next thing I want to touch on that I write in here, fandom likes to do this thing where they feel like a non-black man does not have interest in a black woman. Like, when it comes to shipping, and people do ship in the Love Island fandom, even though this is real people, and I don't like the idea of shipping real people together. But anytime there is a interracial ship and the woman or the girl is black, people just assume that the male love interest just does not like them like that. That they feel as though there is no romance with them whatsoever. Or they try to do that disposable black girlfriend shit with them. And I'm just like, y'all are trying to go tooth and nail and pulling from everything, including your ass, to sit here and say that, oh, Nick just sees Olandria like a friend. He doesn't actually see her as romantic. He doesn't actually see her as his girlfriend. He doesn't see her as a partner. And I'm just like, like I said, don't headcanon people. I'm just like, y'all just don't like to see black women happy. Y'all don't like to see people like black women, period. Because one thing the Love Island fandom also does is that they just don't like to see black women with black men either. It's like y'all want them to be alone and by themselves. Like, they don't even want them with their own men. Because I ain't forget how people were just talking about how they didn't want Serena to be with Cordell and they wanted Cordell would be with someone else. And we know them other people were not black girls, or they were like significantly lighter than Serena. People kept saying everything they could, talking about Janae, no one wants her, yada yada yada. And Janae had a really hard time on season 6. So I can understand her devastation right now with Kenny being racist and whatever. And even with Chelley, like, it was so bad with Chelley that BuzzFeed was like bullying her too. And it was because of Huda. Y'all Huda fans are not welcome here. Y'all are very much not welcome here because of this next thing that I want to talk about that y'all did. But I will say this, that a lot of black women have spoken up about how they don't like Huda because they don't like the way that she treated the black men on this show. Like I said, it is not y'all place to tell black women and black femme presenting people how they should feel about non-black women who mistreat black men. That is not y'all place. Okay, that is not y'all place to do that. Stop trying to tell black people how to feel. Please stop trying to do that. And then the last one is just like, fandoms can't have nice things. The Love Island fandom has always been saying out-of-pocket shit to the cast, like usual fandoms do. It was just why the cast and crews of these productions usually don't be wanting to talk to us. But recently there was a situation where Huda fans, and when I saw how young they were, I got really concerned, because why is anyone under the age of 18 watching Love Island? But Huda fans were basically following around a cast member that she had like a little fling with on the show named Jeremiah around in public. And that is completely inappropriate. Y'all don't know these people. If you are chasing around a celebrity in public, guess what? That is harassment. That is harassment. Y'all cannot treat people like this. Like I said, I was trying not to say that the fandom was that bad, but the more and more I kept looking at the fandom nonsense, and then we now have problems translating into real life with them chasing them around. I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. It's giving My Little Pony fandom into 2010s bad. It's actually genuinely terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off now because I don't want to say nothing else. I just wanted to make this a short little rant. But Love Island fandom needs to get some decorum because this is unacceptable. I will have the written version of this in the description box on my Substack and on my website and on my Medium. But yeah, I just wanted to get this shit off my chest because I am officially annoyed. Like, it doesn't help the fact that my head is throbbing. Like, literally boom, 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 boom on this side of my head. And then seeing all of this is kind of making me lose my mind a little bit. All right, bye y'all.